The studio, you've moved to the old Channel 7 studios in South Melbourne.
South Melbourne, yeah.
Sydney, and it's global. Why the move? Why from Nunawading to...
Have you been to Nunawading?
I have. It took me 3 days to get there.
These new studios don't smell so much of pee.
Is it just the cosmetics of it, or is it the distance? It's the pee. Are you serious? That would pee you off.
No.
And the old prison
Ryan
sets.
Maloney steals things.
Really?
Yep. I'm sorry you had to hear it from me. Nunawading's far away, and they were old studios, and we were moving to ones that have not only been working as a fully fledged studio right up until the end of last year, but then coming into this year, they got a huge facelift, and so there's the green room has been paid for by the studio to look nice, and it's comfortable and it looks professional. Whereas the other place, it was the green room we had to make up every week to look like a green room. So it's just a lot less effort for us.
I'm assuming with guests, a lot closer for them to come to.
Absolutely, so much easier, yeah, which is great. And so we're finding at the end of the night, everybody sticks around, which has a little bit to do with being a Sunday, but also when you're not, it's not a 45-minute drive to get to the studio. It's great.
So are you happy with the new, is it bigger? Is it a bigger studio?
It's more, in a nutshell, it's rectangular, and our other studio was square. So so I guess it had probably as much floor space, but it's just dispersed a bit differently. So we're long.
All right. So we expect you to be there for the next year or two, or
no, I'm phoning it until December, and then I'm out of here.
You're going on holidays, are you?
No, well, look, I don't know. I had the first break I have had in 6 years. At the start of the year, and so I came back feeling really refreshed. So, and as I said, we've started this year with the feeling of this is year 1 of a new show, not year 8 of an old show. So, yeah, hopefully it's reinvigorated us, and we'll see what happens.
The Logies, were they a buzz for you this year? You won 2 Logies.
Yeah, because I took Mum.
I know.
And Mum went till 4:30 in the morning.
Did you take her to the after party as well?
No, she just went till 4:30 in the morning.
Okay.
She was outside going, let me in. I was like, oh, Mum, please, come on. Yeah, she partied hard, got hit on by a few of the ex-Biggest Loser contestants. She still got it. And, yeah, so that made it fun for me. That was really cool.
So is it nice to win a gold Logie? Not a gold Logie, but a Logie for... I know you won gold before. But to win, when your show wasn't on air for a while, did people still love you?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it showed on the night, but I didn't really think we were going to win. Which is why... No. Like, we were making jokes about the fact that... Because when they announce you're nominated, the nominees are... usually end up with a camera in front of you, obviously. So they've got either a reaction for you to go, oh... Or, naturally, if you're going to win, they want to make sure they get the shot of you. And they know who's about to be read out. We didn't have a camera near us. We were all just kind of going, oh, well, that's a good sign. And then a camera came round and we thought it was just a gag because we've been going on about it. And so I really didn't think we were going to get anything.
Am I right in thinking that most networks really respect you and like you? Because I noticed
the networks,
the other networks, as in the other TV personalities from 7, 9. It seems that they do, and that's.
I mean, but it always seems that way. I mean, but I'd slag any of them off in a heartbeat.
And what about the Logie, the night that you won the Logie? Did they all support you and say, geez, you couldn't have picked a better person?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned about being back and how it was good to be back, and that it felt good to have a new found passion for what I do again. And it got a nice round of applause, so that to me was everyone saying that it was nice to be back.
Now, talking about being back in Australia,
yes.
You went over to America recently. We saw you.
I did. I kept that quiet.
What was that about?
Sorry?
Even 7 covered it on.
Nothing happened. I just went over for a holiday. I went to Disneyland. That was it. Why? What have you heard?
You made the news because 7 in Perth on Today Tonight showed you, and I looked at because I always worry about 7s and Today Tonight, but they were actually very positive, which I thought was amazing. They promoted you like you wouldn't believe on another network.
Well, I went over to take the worst photos of myself ever to be printed in a newspaper. I had to do a photo shoot while I was over there, and I was crossing the road on Sunset Boulevard, totally in the States. If you like, you went to try to find it around here. In Perth, couldn't find it. You have to go to Los Angeles. That's a whole other country. And it's not a country, it's a city, so it caught you out. And then I went across the road, and the guy said, let's get one of you crossing the road because it says Sunset Boulevard in the background. And I said, $100, the light goes red, like the crossing walk goes red, and the traffic will go green, and I'm stuck, not knowing which direction they're coming from. Sure enough, it happened. And it's like 6 lanes over there, Fred. I mean, Have you been there?
No, I've never been over.
It's crazy.
Amazing.
And so then I started panicking, and then they're going click, 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 click. So every photo is of me kind of looking a bit like I'm having a spasm or something. It's like if you play tennis, you never have a good photo taken of you if you're a tennis player. Like when the Australian Open's on, I open up the paper and every photo's of someone going,
the old sporting angles.
yeah, it's terrible.
I only played volleyball.
So I had that. No, I got to go on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, which was really cool.
What's it like compared to Australian stuff, right? What are we like compared to them?
They woo a lot more. They don't mind a woo. And their host has a bigger chin.
Yep.
Other than that, it's exactly the same. They all talk with accents.
Would you like...
And the toilets in the green room flush a different way.
Okay.
Other than that, exactly the same.
Would you like
and their studios don't smell like pee.
Okay. Would you like to do television over there? Would you like Rove to hit the US?
Well, yeah, sure. The dollar's pretty good over there, so...
So is it looking likely? Is that what's happening?
Well, look, there's an invitation to go back again in the middle of the year. We're almost there now. So we'll see what happens from that. But yeah, look, I'd like to, but there's nothing, no firm offers there.
New Zealand as well, because we were over there and we saw Rove on a Friday night.
Yeah,
is that still happening over there?
Yes, absolutely, still happening.
You're still moving around the world.
So there's always a plan B. You know, you sit there going, "Wow, I could take over the States or New Zealand."
Okay. Would you ever come back to Perth?
No, never.
Oh, okay, well, I forget that.
Oh, sorry, that came out wrong. Because I would love to go back to Perth. No, I'm back to Perth all the time. How come you never catch up? I turn up. I'm waiting at the airport. Like I'm there for like a good 90 minutes, waiting for you to be there with the little sign, and you never are. Yeah. I bring donuts and everything, Fred,
really?
And nothing. Little sniffer dogs get on some kind of sugar hit, and they go crazy. You know, the little beagles with the little. Yeah. You know, why do they put a little shawl on them? You know, they put like a little doily, like a tea cosy on them.
I think it's to catch the dribble.
They're up themselves, those dogs too.
They are.
I had one of those sniffer dogs was sniffing at my bag for like a good 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Customs people came in and found the other 10 dogs' arseholes I had in there. Bang! Nice one.
Thank you, Rove. That was
Because
nice.
they sniff bums.
No,
sniff bums. Use that joke, Fred.
I will. I promise. I give you a guarantee. Point. You know, 31.
That's so rude. That's why not just say, "Hey, that joke was shit."
Thank you.
That's disgraceful.
I wouldn't be so rude. It was an awesome joke.
Oh, edit that out.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Would you consider doing radio?
Oh, edit that question out.
And stand up.
Useless.
Again?
Oh, what?
Radio or stand up? Would you do it again?
Edit point. Off you go. Ask that again. No, because I was talking over the top of you. Off you go.
Would you consider doing radio or stand up again?
Fascinating question, Fred. I'm glad you asked.
Maybe on Austereo or maybe Nova?
Radio was fun. I enjoyed doing radio. Breakfast radio would be tough because that's 5 days a week and that's getting up when it's night time. And stand-up, I was hoping to get to do another tour this year, but we'll see what happens. But if not, I'm back out doing gigs again, which I'm enjoying. So, yeah, I'll be back doing that for sure.
What does Rove do when he's not doing Rove? I mean, what do you like to do?
What have you heard?
Well,
have you been
I've seen you dressing up in Lisa McHugh
yeah.
and doing makeup.
Yeah, I just do that all around the house. I always invite Lisa McHugh over to do it, though.
Can I get you to do Mika for me? I saw her on the show a few weeks ago, and you were doing the high-pitched voice. Can you do it again, or was that...
Yeah. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky.
That was really good.
Yeah, that's how he does it.
I know, and he was very good.
He didn't even see where my hands were. You can't see Fred's hands, but that's how I did it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you like that sort of the stand-up
Got
side?
me right in the Grace Kelly. And I don't even know what that means.
Would you dress up again in women's clothes, or was that just a one-off?
Do you know what? When after the show, I had someone singing the theme to the footy show to me because they said, "Oh yeah, man in a frock, well done, highbrow," and there was a part of me that realised I hadn't actually done that in a while. For a long time, I was more than willing to frock up. And I hadn't done it in a while, and so now I'm kind of glad I've reset the drag clock for myself.
Okay.
How did you think I looked?
I have to say, you dressed up very well. The size was perfect.
You sicko.
The legs were good.
You sicko.
Hey,
did you get off on it? Is that what you're saying?
No, I know David Rain did.
What did you do? David Rain.
Tag of poor David Rain.
Did you do a David Rain, did you?
No, I didn't.
Did you have a whisk later on?
I didn't.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't. I held myself back.
Go on, say edit. You're going to say edit. Go on.
No, seriously not.
No, okay, you're not going to say it now, but right now, this isn't going to where, is it?
It isn't, not at the moment.
No, don't make me do a Logie speech again.